Kiana Thompson. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. When I got to college, I was not looking for a church or a Christian community at all. The first week of college, there's a such thing called A Week. I went to various places like each day of the week, and I filled out my name and my number and all of that. And the place that reached back to me and that felt personal was Cru. And it was from Miss Laura, and she was inviting me to come to the first big Cru session. For some reason, I decided to come, and I came with this one girl, and when we got here, we noticed that it was a majority white organization. So when I got here, I was like, I don't think this is my crowd. And after the worship, the friend that I came with, she left, and after that, I kind of just felt alone. So I met up with Miss Laura the week after the first Cru meeting, and we were talking, and she acknowledged that Cru was a majority white organization, and she asked me how I felt about it, and I told her like how I honestly felt, and after that, I felt kind of cared about and noticed. So when she asked me to go to a fall retreat, I've been to plenty of retreats before, and I already knew that it was in a cabin, and that's not my type of style at all. I don't like the outdoors, books, none of that. And so, of course, she convinced me to go. And when I went, it was exactly where I knew it was gonna be, outside in the cabin. It was such a positive experience, and I realized that it's fun to merge those two together, my college life and my Christian life, instead of keeping it separate like I originally planned in the beginning. Eventually, time came to sign up for Winter Conference. I knew I couldn't afford to go. Ms. Laura told me that Cru gave me a scholarship. I decided to come to Winter Conference. I really felt a change I felt something tugging at my heart, and I think it was just the realization that God's grace is more than any sin that you have done or any mistake that you have made, and it got me wanting to make those hard lifestyle changes. I was in a relationship with a guy and it was not healthy for me. And so I decided to just stop talking to him. So after I made that decision, I'm starting to grow more in the Cru community around me. I know I'm not perfect, but I'm growing in my faith with the Lord, and I'm being discipled by Laura. And my hope is one day I can disciple a group of girls, and my story can help them grow in their faith.
Hi, I'm Caden. I'm a junior biological engineering student here at the University of Arkansas. I'm from a very small town in Kansas where I would say like 95% of people there said that they were a Christian. And so getting into the dorm life is not 95% Christian. It was very different. And so meeting my roommate, he was like an atheist / agnostic, and so he was the first atheist agnostic I had ever met, actually. And then the majority of my hall, they were very much partiers or wanting to do other things. Something that was just very helpful coming into it was getting connected with Cru, especially our community group in the dorm that I lived in. This is the first time I ever saw guys actually living out what it meant to be a Christian man.
Coming into college, I wasn't very interested in exploring anything spiritually. I had a bad experience with the church growing up, and so that just kind of deterred me a little bit. I was randomly paired with Caden for roommates, and he was starting to grow with God that year, and so throughout freshman year, he slowly just poured into me in ways that I had never seen before.
He ended up coming to a Bible study one time and just sat through the entire thing just watching, just because he was very interested. And so I'd say for the first time I was really getting into the Word on a consistent basis, because Kobe was asking all these questions. I really didn't know what I believed necessarily. My faith was not my own at that point. And so for me, that just was the beginning of the perspective change that would lead me to kind of starting a personal relationship with Christ myself.
Unlike freshman year, I came into sophomore year actively pursuing to find God, but it wasn't until after fall retreat that I actually gave my life to God with one of my fellow Cru friends.
That was actually really cool because it was the same day as my birthday, And so he sent me a text and said, "Happy birthday, got you the best present."
So since that day, God's really been changing my life in very unpredictable ways. I'm now leading a Bible study in Pomfret with Caden, the dorm that we were both freshmen in, getting to pour into those guys.
Hi, my name's David. I'm a freshman at the University of Arkansas. I'm an engineering student. Caden and Kobe lead my freshman Bible study that I'm in. And Kobe's joy and passion for God has just been influential in my growth. First week of class, Crew did a really big outreach and they were just giving out free Chick-fil-A cards if you gave them your phone number and your email. So I was like, free Chick-fil-A? Yeah. But then I got texted by someone, that someone being Caden, and he asked me to just go get lunch with him and he'd buy it. And I was like, free lunch? Yeah. What really has caused me to grow this freshman year was starting to read the Bible. Caden had prompted me to, and Crew had challenged me to read the Bible. At orientation, I met Sam, who I ended up having a chemistry class this past semester with. And we got to connect and grow as friends. And then seeing that he didn't know Christ, I got to talk to him about that a few times. In Christ, he empowered me to lead Sam to Christ.
My life has been dramatically changed with being a part of Crew. After accepting Christ my sophomore year, there's just been a lot of growth since then.
Being in Crew has taught me that a community is one of the best things that a person can have. They've also taught me great spiritual discipline when it comes to reading and praying, and just what I need to do to spread the word and just share with other people.
It was really awesome to see that older students poured into Caden. Caden was able to be influential in Kobe's faith, and now both of them are pouring into me, and I've gotten to pour into Sam.
What I love about Crew is that it's really students pouring into students pouring into students. And it's been amazing to see how this pouring into each other really just changes lives.